This is Dimitri Lascaris coming to you from the Al-Udeid Air Base outside of Doha, Qatar on March 5th, 2024. I'm currently standing on the southern perimeter of the air base. I've come out here to get a sense of the size of the operations. This is the largest United States military base in the Middle East, so it's quite important to military operations of the U.S. military here in the region. I'm going to drive further down the report before getting into the details of the history of this base, so that we can get a better view of the facilities here. This is Dimitri Lascaris on March 5th, 2024. I'm currently situated at the southern perimeter of the Al-Udeid Air Base in Qatar, about 30 kilometers outside of Doha. This is the largest U.S. military base in the Middle East. It houses the Qatari Emir Air Force, the U.S. Air Force, and the British Air Force, amongst other foreign air forces. It hosts the headquarters of the United States Central Command, and following the Desert Storm War on Iraq in the 1990s, Qatar and the U.S. government concluded a defense cooperation agreement that has since been expanded. In 1996, Qatar built this air base at a cost of more than $1 billion and kept it secret at the time. In 2001, while the existence of this base was still a secret, the U.S. used the base to get its forces in position for its invasion of Afghanistan. And then the base was first officially acknowledged in 2002 when the then U.S. Vice President Dick Cheney, a war criminal, stopped here during a trip to the region. Then, starting in 2003, the U.S. used the base as a backup headquarters to its Central Command headquarters in Saudi Arabia. From 2004 to 2009, the British Air Force used this base for its illegal wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. The base also played an important role during the 2018 missile strikes by the United States on Syria. Those attacks also constituted violations of international law. And today this base serves as a logistics command and basing hub for U.S. operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, both of which are ongoing violations of international law. And I want to just point out that we are quite close, just across the Persian Gulf from Iran. This is one of many bases ringing the Islamic Republic of Iran. Given the history of this base, the size of the base, and the uses to which it has been put, one can easily imagine that the presence of U.S. forces here on this base, the ongoing presence, and its use at the current time for unlawful actions in military actions in Afghanistan and Iraq, where in that latter country, the parliament has actually demanded that U.S. forces vacate the country. There's no question as to the fact that the U.S. uses this base for ongoing violations of the sovereignty of other states. So one can easily imagine that the Iranians view this base and other bases ringing the country as a significant threat. And whatever one may think of the Iranian government, and certainly there's plenty of legitimate criticisms to be made of that government, the notion that it is an aggressor in its relationships, the relationship to the West, and particularly the United States government, is simply belied by the existence of military bases such as this all around the country. Not to mention the regular visits made by aircraft carrier battle groups to the Persian Gulf and other maritime areas surrounding Iran. I've just come from the DIMDEX Arms Conference. I'm now going to head to the port of Hamad to hopefully get a view of some of the warships that are stationed there for the DIMDEX conference. For the time being, this is Dimitri Lascaris signing off.